This is Rich Morrison at Diversified Services with this morning's market call. Well, today looks like a turnaround Tuesday. The dollar trading up about 1/4 point. Crude oil down $1.55 a barrel at 86.20. Gold up $18 an ounce at 17.73, and the Dow down 68 points at 11,335. The grains overnight finished weaker. September corn down 6 3/4 cents at $7.50. December corn down 6 3/4 at 7.13 1/4. March corn down 6 1/2 at 7.26 1/2. November soybeans down 9 1/4 at 13.42. January soybeans down 7 3/4 at 13.54 1/2, and March beans down 9 3/4 at 13.59 1/4. September wheat down 4 3/4 at 7.07 3/4. Well, yesterday afternoon we had the crop ratings numbers out, come out weekly, and for the most part, steady numbers across the board. A little bit of a surprise to the trade, and that certainly added to some of the sales pressure overnight. The corn still rated 60% good to excellent, though quite a few changes were seen by state. Iowa down 6% in the good to excellent category. Nebraska down 4 points. Missouri down 3. Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, and the Dakotas are all down 2%. Contrary, Texas, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, North Carolina all saw improvements in their ratings. Also in corn, 17% in the dough stage compared to 21% normal. Soybeans unchanged at 61% rated good to excellent. Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Kentucky all up 2 to 3 points, while South Dakota, Iowa, Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee all down 1 to 6 points with their ratings this week. Spring wheat still 66% good to excellent. That was unchanged. 13% harvested compared to 39% normal, so we continue to see that crop well behind normal. And cotton saw an improvement, 1 point higher at 31% good to excellent. The Russian grain harvest is 39% complete, with yields so far up 1/3 from last year. We continue to hear good numbers coming out of Russia as they rebound from last year's drought. Well, the crop tours are starting to kick off around the Midwest. We've seen a few in central Illinois. The Pro Farmer Tour will begin this Sunday on the edges of the Corn Belt and meet in the middle here next week. So it'll be interesting to hear what kind of numbers they have. Supposedly the biggest group ever going out on the tour this year. December corn on the chart now looks like a possible double top unless we're able to close over 7.24 1/4. And if that happens, we could attempt another maybe 15 to 20 cent higher move before we hit the next point of resistance. November soybeans need to close over 13.55. That was last week's high in order to attempt to push higher as well. Both may be a little bit difficult here as harvest approaches. Calls here at the start are going to be weaker this morning. Corn 6 to 7 cents lower, beans down 8 to 10, and wheat called 5 to 7 cents lower here at the open. This has been Rich Morrison at Diversified Services with this morning's market call.